with my next episode on Sunday Stories. And as you all know, today's story is Don't Take for Granted. So this is a story about a young man who worked in a factory. He was a young man, he was a new person, so he was still learning things from a head technician there who also became this young man's mentor. He used to guide him, he used to tell him, the mentor, the elderly man, he used to guide the young man and tell him how he has to work, how things should be done, and he also told him that the key to success for any work is to stay silent and keep working, not to talk much, work much, observe much. So that was what was taught by the mentor to the young man. And this young man used to work very, very diligently, very, very sincerely under the, this guidance of this elderly technician. So this elderly man became old one day and he retired. So he became the technician. Previously he was the assistant, now he became the technician in the factory. He kept working very silently, very nicely, sincerely, as his mentor had always taught him. One day he went to visit his mentor. His mentor had become old, he was a retired man, and he was very happy to meet this young man, and but he observed, this mentor observed that this young man was very unhappy, very quiet, he didn't look good, very gloomy looking face. So, he asked, "What's wrong with you? Is everything all right in the factory? Are you working nicely? Everything all right?" So he said, "Yes, I am working the way you had always guided me, very silently, sincerely, diligently, the way you had always told. But I'm observing that there have been new employments in my factory, and everyone is getting promoted. I am still at the same place." So this mentor started pacing here and there and started thinking, and then he said, "Did you work as I said?" He said, "Yes, silently and sincerely, whatever the work of the factory is, I have learned every work as you had told me." Like the mentor had told him that, "See, you should know all the processes in factory. It is not that you just know this, the part that is given to you. You should know about a little more about everybody else, what everyone is working, how things have to be done, because that is your factory. You have been working there for such a long time. You should know the processes of the different departments also. Little information you should definitely know." So he said, "Yes, I have been going everywhere. I have learned all types of works. I know every work very nicely, and but the young ones who join, they are getting promoted, and I have not been promoted at all, and so I'm very gloomy and unhappy. Where I have gone wrong, what went wrong?" So the mentor again began to think, and then he said, "All right, do one thing. Give whatever reason in your factory, take a day off, and then we'll see, and when you go back, whatever happens, come and tell me." So the young man said, "All right, I have to take off. What do I say?" He said, "Say whatever, give any excuse, take one day off, and then go back to the office and do let me know what happened after that." So the next day he applied for a leave, and he gave some reason, and he took a leave. The next day when he went back to office, he was called by the main chairman, and the main chairman said, "See, yesterday you were absent, and the whole factory faced many problems, and I have so many employees, but None knew how to solve problems, and everybody said that that work was done by you. And there were various types of works where we faced a problem, and I'm really very happy that you work so much, and everybody is dependent on you, and I did not know about it. I am late to understand and realize your caliber, but whatever it is, things cannot get rewind, and we cannot rewind the days back or something. But I'm very happy with your work, and I'm promoting you to the managerial post. He was a technician. Now he was given a managerial post because he knew the work of so many departments, and every day he was doing everybody's work so silently. Nobody, he never told anyone that the work was done by him. So maybe the other people were taking credit of all this. So the chairman was very happy, and he said, now I have promoted you to the post of manager. Your salary is increased. You get this house, everything. Till the time you work for my company, my factory, this is the house for you. This is the car for you. So, this young man was so very happy, and he was, he said, wow, what a great advice my mentor gave. So, but he forgot to go back and tell the mentor everything about this. Anyways, now from the next day, everybody congratulated him, and from the next day he started, working as a manager. And after a few months, whenever he felt that again he was not being noticed, and he was not being promoted, and so he would take a day off. And again, the chairman came to know, then again, even this type of work is being handled by him. So again, he was very happy, and there was given a pay increase, and his salary was increased, and he became very happy. He didn't go back to the mentor again. So now what he did was, he made it a practice that after every few months he would take a day off and started expecting something the next day. This happened for quite some time. But one day, when he was entering his office gate, the guards stopped him. He was shocked. He had not expected this. So he asked, oh, who you are? Don't you know I'm the manager? So he said, see, we have been given instructions that we have to take the car, and we have to tell you that you can't enter the office now, and please, you have this whole month to vacate your house, and now you are not an employee of this company. Said, how can that be possible? Said, I don't know. Now you took these 2-3 days off, just last 2-3 days, and it was decided in these 2-3 days that you have been taking a lot of holidays and all, and so we don't require you here. And the chairman himself told me that I should take the car keys from you and tell you to vacate the house in a month. So he was so shocked. How and what happened? What went wrong? He was not allowed inside. He couldn't go and talk to anyone. So he gave the car keys, and he went to the mentor. He told the mentor the whole story. The mentor said, everything is as I had told you. You did not come back. You took half the instructions and did not come back for the next half. So this, young technician was shocked. He said, all right, what was that? So he said, see, I told you that you take a day off, go back, whatever happens the next day, come and tell me. But you forgot because you became overconfident. And you started, you made this a practice. And then he, gave an example to make it point clear. The mentor told him that, see, whenever you are working and the lights are on, we hardly notice the tube lights or the bulbs or whatever the lights are. We hardly notice them. We notice them only when the light goes off, or when the bulb or the light, whichever the thing is, that is switched off. We realize the importance of that light that day. Same happened with you. You were working silently, nicely. One day you took off. That day they realized what your importance is. He said, yes. Then what happened wrong? What did I do that was wrong? So he said, see, once you are noticed, but every on and off, if the light bulb goes off, people will replace that light bulb. They will replace it by a new one, a reliable one. The light bulb which will illuminate the whole area and which will not hinder to any work. So in the same way, when you started taking offs off and on, you made it a practice. That was not tolerated by the chairman. He had to replace your place. You took him for granted. You took your position for granted. Any light bulb, when we are in a room and we switch on the light, the room is dark and we come and switch on the light, we hardly notice the light. We notice it when the light is not there. But if the light bulbs keep going off, it fuses again, you have to replace it with a reliable one. You made this a practice of taking leaves again and again. That spoiled your whole report. No one will accept an important personality to be taking so many leaves. Don't take things for granted. In the same way, in our lives, we have our parents, your father, your mother. Never take them for granted. They are doing so much for you. Love them, respect them, give them importance before their light goes off. Love everyone, give compassion, love, time. Listen to them, listen to their problems, talk to them. Let them know they are important for you. Don't take them for granted. And in the same way, the beauties of nature, the bounties of nature that God has given us, don't take things for granted. Admire the beauty of nature that is given by God. I hope you liked my story. We'll meet next Sunday with another interesting story. Do take good care of yourself. Goodbye. Love you all.